everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha, and if you're new, welcome. I'm so glad to have you. Today, I'm going to be introducing my Pan That palette for 2024. I actually went back and forth quite a bit, whether I wanted to do a Pan That palette or pan those eyeshadows for this year. And ultimately, I decided to do a Pan That palette. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. I decided to choose the Sugar Drizzle Paint Me Green and Call Me a Pickle because I'm done dealing with you palette. This is a beautiful eyeshadow palette. I actually have the shade Dill Pickles on my eyes today, along with my Dark Fantasy palette that I am using for my Dude You Pan My Battleship game with Verity at Red Dirt and Stardust. So I decided to pick this palette. Just because of the greens for the main part. I love green eyeshadow, so I feel like that would not be hard for me to hit pan on. I don't know if my goal for this palette will be to completely use up every shade, or to just hit pan on each shade and just trying to get as much use out of this palette as possible. I am pretty close to hitting pan, I feel like, in the shade Dill Pickles. Like I said, I have that shade all over my eyes today, as well as the shade in a pickle. I feel like I have pretty good dips going in them. The shade Dill Pickles actually came busted, so I did have to repress that, so I did lose some product. And then the other shades in this palette, I have not really got enough attention out of. But I am loving, especially the shimmer shades paired with the Dude You Pan My Battleship palette that I'm working on. So I figured this would be a great complement to that. I like that this palette, yes, it has the 4 green shades, but they're different enough that you can pair them together, or you can use them in junction with other palettes, and they look really nice together. So I'm going to quickly give you guys some swatches on the back of my arm for these shades, and I may weigh this to see how much product I currently have, and might just do a weight goal, since I'm not really sure of if I want to use this palette up completely this year, hit pan in every shade, or what exactly. I think I at least want to hit pan in 2 of these shades this year. And I know that's not traditionally how a Pan That palette works, but it is what it is. I'm just panning for me at this point. So this top shade here is Fried Pickles. It is a beautiful glittery green shade, and it kind of has almost like a yellowy shift to it, in my opinion. Next up, we have the shade Pickle Juice. This color was very unexpected, in my opinion, for this palette, but I love that it's not just a solid green palette. So this is what this one looks like, and it is a beautiful purple. I kind of see like a bluish shift in it, but again, I'm not very good at describing eyeshadows. I just think they're pretty and put them on my face. Up next is Dill Pickles. This looks like a pinky shade in the pan, but this one does have a shift. It has like an orangey red shift in it. So this is what it looks like. I really like pairing these shades over a black base like I did today. I just did a matte black eyeshadow all over my lid, and then topped it with Dill Pickles. Is basically what I did today, but I like how it brings out the dimension of the shadow. Up next is one of the 2 only matte shades in this palette, and it is Dr. Pickles. It is a matte, I would say true green. It's when I think of a green, that's kind of what I think of. It's a beautiful, beautiful shade. It blends out really nicely, and it can complement any of the shades in this palette. Moving right along to In a Pickle, right here. I would not be surprised if I hit pan on this one within the next couple of weeks because I'm just loving this one look that I've been doing with this shade. It is like a grungy, definitely pickle green in my opinion. It might have a little bit of a shift to it. It's a very beautiful shimmer, multi-dual chrome type of shade. And then last but not least, the final shade in this palette is the last matte shade, and the shade name Tickle My Pickle. This is a matte shade, like I said, and it is more of a lighter green base, I would say. I feel like there's more yellow than this is like more of a blue green, if that makes sense. But these are all the shades that are in my Pan That palette for this year. I will decide what I want to do goal-wise for this palette off camera, and I will let you guys know in the first update. I think as of right now, like I said, I'm gonna weigh this off camera and then just do weight updates and maybe keep track or try to keep track of how many times I use each shade in the month. But this was definitely a palette that I was holding on to for like special occasions, and I've realized that I do that with a lot of my makeup, and if I don't use them for special occasions and they're still sticking around in my collection, why shouldn't I get the enjoyment of them every single day? So that was definitely the mindset with this palette, and I am really excited to be working on it in 2024. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help out my channel, and I appreciate each and every one of you. I would also love to know in the comments what palette you're planning to panning for this year. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.